Warwick Castle, a magnificent medieval fortress perched on the banks of the River Avon, stands as a testament to centuries of history and intrigue. With its imposing towers, well preserved walls, and rich architectural heritage, Warwick Castle has played a pivotal role in shaping England's majestic history. The foundations of Warwick Castle can be traced back to the year 1068 AD, shortly after the Norman conquest of England, following the defeat of the Anglo-Saxon king Harold II at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. William the Conqueror granted lands to his loyal supporters. Among them was Henry de Beaumont, a trusted companion who received vast estates, including the site where Warwick Castle would eventually stand. The first fortification erected on the site was a simple motte and bailey castle, a typical Norman design featuring a wooden tower atop a mound and a surrounding bailey enclosed by a wooden palisade. Over the next few centuries, Warwick Castle underwent significant architectural enhancements, evolving from a wooden fortress to a formidable stone stronghold. During the reign of King Henry II in the 12th century, Warwick Castle's strategic importance grew, and substantial improvements were made. The construction of a stone keep, known as Caesar's Tower, marked a pivotal moment in the castle's history. This towering structure not only served defensive purposes, but also symbolized the power and authority of the castle's owners. The 14th century saw Warwick Castle enter a new era under the ownership of the Beauchamp family. Thomas Beauchamp, the 11th Earl of Warwick, played a prominent role in the events leading up to and during the Hundred Years' War, which took place between the years 1337 and 1453. As a trusted military commander, he earned the favor of successive English monarchs, including Edward III and Richard II. Thomas Beauchamp's military prowess and his political acumen elevated Warwick Castle to new heights. The castle became a center of power and intrigue, hosting important events and dignitaries. The Beauchamp family's wealth and influence were evident in the expansion and embellishment of the castle, with additions such as the Beauchamp Chapel, a masterpiece of medieval Gothic architecture. As the Hundred Years' War unfolded, Warwick Castle played a strategic role in defending England from French invasions. Its robust defenses and military significance contributed to its prominence on the national stage. However, the changing tides of war also brought challenges, as the castle faced threats from both external enemies and internal power struggles. The Wars of the Roses, a series of civil wars fought between the rival houses of Lancaster and York, cast a shadow over Warwick Castle in the latter half of the 15th century. Richard Neville, the 16th Earl of Warwick, emerged as a central figure in this period. Known as the Kingmaker, Warwick played a pivotal role in shaping the course of English history. Initially a key supporter of the Yorkist cause, Warwick's alliance with Edward IV eventually soured, leading him to switch sides and support the Lancasters' Henry VI. Warwick's shifting allegiances reached their zenith when he briefly captured and imprisoned both Edward IV and Henry VI at Warwick Castle. The Wars of the Roses culminated in the Battle of Bosworth in 1485, where Warwick Castle once again played a significant role. The defeat of Richard III marked the end of the Plantagenet dynasty and the beginning of the Tudor era under Henry VII. Warwick Castle's fortunes changed hands once more, passing into the ownership of the crown. The Tudor period brought stability and prosperity to England, and Warwick Castle underwent a transformation during this period. Under the patronage of monarchs such as Henry VII and his son Henry VIII, the castle evolved from a military stronghold to a luxurious residence. The medieval architecture of Warwick Castle was gradually softened with the addition of Renaissance elements. The gatehouse, the Watergate Tower, and the staterooms underwent renovations that reflected the changing taste of the time. The gardens and landscaping around the castle were also enhanced, creating a picturesque setting that complemented its grandeur. Warwick Castle's strategic importance diminished during the Tudor era as the focus shifted from military fortifications to opulent living quarters. The castle became a symbol of prestige and nobility, with various earls of Warwick enjoying the comforts of the castle. However, this period of relative calm would not last, as the turbulence of the English Civil War loomed on the horizon. The 17th century brought about significant challenges for Warwick Castle, as England plunged into a bitter struggle between royalists and parliamentarians during the English Civil War that took place between the years 1642 and 1651. The castle, initially held by the royalists, faced sieges and battles that would leave lasting scars on this structure. The siege of Warwick Castle in 1642 saw the castle change hands multiple times before falling under parliamentary control. The defensive capabilities of the castle were put to the test, and its walls witnessed the ravages of war. The aftermath of the conflict brought a period of decline for Warwick Castle, as it struggled to recover from the damage inflicted during these times. The restoration of the monarchy in the year 1660 under Charles II marked a turning point for Warwick Castle. The Greville family, who had acquired the castle in the 17th century, played a crucial role in restoring and revitalizing the fortress. Substantial efforts were made to repair and improve the castle's condition, and its role as a military stronghold gradually gave way to its function as a stately residence. The 18th century saw Warwick Castle transformed into a picturesque estate, with the landscaping and gardens reflecting the prevailing taste of the time. The castle's interiors were adorned with lavish furnishings and artworks, and it became a popular destination for the emerging trend of grand tours. The Victorian era brought about a renewed interest in medieval architecture and history, leading to a revival of interest in Warwick Castle. The 19th century renovations overseen by the Greville family aimed to restore the castle to its medieval glory while incorporating modern comforts. The architect Anthony Salvin played a significant role in the restoration efforts, adding medieval-style elements and embellishments to enhance the castle's aesthetic appeal. The Great Hall and the staterooms were carefully renovated, showcasing a blend of historical accuracy and Victorian romanticism. The castle's resurgence as a tourist attraction gained momentum during the Victorian era, drawing visitors from across the country and beyond. The construction of a bridge over the River Avon, designed by Francis Greville, further facilitated access to the castle, making it an iconic destination for those seeking a glimpse into England's medieval past. The 20th century brought both challenges and opportunities for Warwick Castle. As the castle continued to attract tourists and history enthusiasts, it also faced the economic pressures of maintaining a centuries-old structure. The decline of the aristocracy's influence and wealth posed a threat to the survival of historic estates, including Warwick Castle. However, a new chapter unfolded when the Tussauds Group, later acquired by Merlin Entertainments, took ownership of Warwick Castle in the 1970s. This marked the beginning of a new era for the castle as it embraced its role as a premier tourist attraction. The Tussauds Group invested in further restoration work, enhancing visitor experiences while preserving the castle's historical integrity. Today, Warwick Castle stands as a living testament to the layers of history that it has witnessed over the centuries. From its humble Norman beginnings to the opulent Tudor period, through the Wars of the Roses and the ravages of the English Civil War, the castle has endured and adapted. Its current incarnation as a thriving tourist destination showcases a harmonious blend of historical preservation and modern entertainment.